See if we're going live. Morning, TNT. How much more?
Well, of course, but when you hear the song, you know what kind of day it's going to be. Indeed, it's a Pep Thursday. Well, you know they come here, Mr. Philip Alexander comes here on a Thursday to share with us some of the insights and perhaps what he's planning, what he could be doing for the country indeed. Good morning, Philip.
Kevin MPD Freitas, good morning. Good morning to the loyal, faithful listeners to 104.7 and to this show. I've been told that this show gets mad numbers and I am very appreciative. I know that y'all tune in for the crosstalk between Kevin, Robert and myself. Robert is absent today. Kevin and I will try to do yeoman service. Good morning to all the people tuned in on social media, following on my profile and on the 104 FM page. Hello and welcome, and on a very busy day. Kevin, when I pulled up here just now, I had to do a video on the corner.
Yeah, we were wondering what you were doing.
There is an abundance of garbage spewed across the corner of Polkaroo and Tragridge. On a corner
Yeah,
of us,
on the main road.
right here, right, all outside here. And it's insane that we have a local government and a central government and we can't get something as simple as collecting garbage right. Something as simple that the Romans and the Greeks were doing 5,000 years ago.
Yes.
We in Trinidad and Tobago, we still can't get it right.
I live out here, and if the garbage people do try to pick up what's there. But if a vagrant decides to pass and bust up something there for somebody, for some reason, or they bring the bag here, and the garbage people pass already, you're gonna stay right here.
Kevin, I want to tell you something. We've grown accustomed to that nonsense as Trinidad and Tobago, and I understand what you're saying. I grew up in Woodbrook, where one Woodbrook place is what they sold to the Dupre CL Financial Empire. From the bottom of Damien Street to the top used to be something called the Port of Spain City Council, which predated the City Corporation.
Yeah,
And that Port of Spain City Council was responsible for keeping the entire place clean. So in a situation like this, regardless of if it's a dog, a vagrant, or the god of thunder, Thor,
I remember what it used to look
Open
like.
the garbage bag.
used to be there,
Yeah.
and they had a lot of garbage. It was quite untidy with bush and thing. I remember.
I wanna make my sarcastic point. If it's a vagrant, a dog, or the god of thunder, Thor, that frees the garbage from the garbage bag, the Port of Spain City Corporation is still the organization charged with and paid to keep the city clean. So when there is garbage floating about, blowing in the breeze, I don't want to hear who is responsible for why it might be out there on the ground. I want to know that the people that we're paying to clean it up can actually do the job, or fire them and put people who can. Because when you go to the ice cream store and you buy an ice cream cone and you ask for sprinkles, you don't want to get donuts instead, and they tell you that the person who put the donuts not good at sprinkles. You want to deal with the person who got at sprinkles. And that is as ridiculous as an analogy as I could get to say to the Port of Spain City Corporation, enough with the excuses, clean up Port of Spain or fire yourself. The entire local government of Trinidad and Tobago is an absolute mess. I am tired of hearing people complaining. Look at the condition of this side street. It is like a tapestry, a smorgasbord of patchwork patching. Nothing in Trinidad and Tobago looks like it makes sense. Wassa has their manhole, TNTEC have their manhole, TSTT have their manhole, 3 different levels, 3 different sizes, pavements and roads. To the people who are challenged who are blind, who are, what was it challenged
don't
with?
really have many of
Was
them.
it politically correct word for people who are blind, or we just say blind?
They're blind.
Those people will have the world of difficulty traversing this madness. Even people with sight is trip and fall.
I've never actually seen many out here. Sorry, but actually I've never seen a blind person walking out here.
I've helped many of you, and the Blind Welfare Association is in Port of Spain.
Yes, in Port of Spain.
The truth of our matter is, Kevin, nothing makes sense. Nothing. Local government is supposed to go up and down all the streets of Woodbrook, where all those people put out, they create these baskets, these wrought iron baskets, that they hang on their wall and they hang on their fence so that they can lean over their wall and put their garbage in it, ostensibly
I
to
have one
prevent.
by me, right?
And I want to tell you something. That is illegal. That is illegal. The local government does jack all for the money that local government gets. Local government, the regional corporations, the city corporations, those that have answered so far have all answered that Kiss Baking Company has no permission to vend on the side of the road, on the street, on the pavement, on the highway. Yet not one of them is enforcing the law to date.
The thing is, Kiss have the money to make sure they're there, and they have the money to make sure it drags.
What does that mean?
No, I don't.
What does that mean? Finish that sentence. Are they
What does that
bribing
mean?
people? Are you saying that people
afraid
in
to
public?
touch them.
Nah,
People afraid to touch
it
them
can't be.
because of that.
Nobody frighten them, man.
Afraid to call their boss and tell them
Nobody
something.
frighten them, money. I reject that. I want to tell you something.
They're-
I call in their boss.
They find that they
I
lose
call it.
them,
I
they
call
lose
it.
them,
I
they-
call in their boss. I call the regional corporations myself.
And what they say?
But they all have to admit, Kiss Baking Companies breaking the law. I sent letters. Some of them refused to answer the letter. So I sent Freedom of Information request, which is a legal document. They have no choice now but to answer those requests. And when they answer those requests, it's always the same. That Kiss Baking Company has no authorization, no permission, no license, no easement, none,
Right.
to be selling on the side of the road. And yet no local or national police or law enforcement is taking action.
You see, that's what they could do. They tell you, yeah, they're wrong. But what
So
do you do about it?
my next step is to go to the court
Sponsor.
and get an instruction from the court to the regional corporations and the city corporations, to Joel Martinez, to whoever is running. I think is Suzanne Ho or Hong in Diego Martin, to instruct all of them to do their jobs. That is the mayor of Port of Spain job. Right now, this garbage blowing around here,
Yeah.
the mayor is not doing his job.
There's right around the corner, there's a empty lot of land. People have dropped in their garbage in front of it because it's an empty lot of land.
But the mayor is not doing his job.
And a big leak there.
There are laws in this country that predate its independence.
Yeah.
The Municipal Corporation Act that took over from the City Council Act is the same laws. And they predate the country. When you look at the Summary Offences Act, I mean, it's simple, it's straightforward and to the point. We do not have law enforcement in this country doing its job today. And I just had to write the Director of Public Prosecutions. And I want to read what is going to be handed to the Director of Public Prosecutions after the show. Dear sir, dear DPP,
But the DPP of all people, the Bermuda Triangle and Trinidad.
can you advise if you instructed a police investigation into the accusations made by then opposition leader, now Prime Minister Keith Rowley on 20th of May 2013 in the Parliament, referred to in the media as Emailgate, and contained in the Hansard of the Parliament of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago? It was said at the time and since that the file was forwarded to you. Can you confirm if this is indeed so? Further, and if affirmative, can you advise if any such investigations might still be ongoing?
The Honorable Paul said yes.
The purpose of these questions are, as you might be aware, one of the 4 accused has applied for and is being considered for the post of the highest law enforcement officer of the land, and it would be a disservice to him, to the office, to the police service, and to the people of Trinidad and Tobago if he were to be appointed with those damning allegations hanging over his head, and worse, subject to an ongoing criminal investigation. Looking forward to the usual prompt response we have grown accustomed to from your office. And this
So you
is
show that in there. You know, at that point, it's like, when you're getting the prompt response, you no response.
Citizen Philip Alexander, Kevin, is asking a question. I'm not even signing that in any capacity in any political party. Citizen Philip Alexander is asking because at some point, Colvin Bird, Fitzgerald Hines, Stuart Young, Faris Al-Rawi, the entire band of malcontents and never-do-wells that's sitting down in our government, our cabinet, the 41 in the parliament have to answer. Emailgate traumatized this nation as few things have. Emailgate is there with the 70 Black Power uprising, the 90s attempted coup, and Emailgate.
Yeah.
Emailgate, Emailgate is so far another one of those three things that we as an independent nation, a republic ruled by law, cannot seem to get in our heads that we have a job to do. That people in positions in public office have a responsibility to the rules of the job that they do.
They're supposed to.
Nobody was prosecuted for the 70s uprising. Nobody was prosecuted for the 1990 attempted coup. And to this day, nobody has been prosecuted for Emailgate. Now I want to put in the public space. Because the Express is playing the fool with me. Because I've raised this issue and the narrative is out there. So senior public thinkers are asking questions now. How could the same Prime Minister, because I want to tell you this, if Gary Griffith is appointed as Commissioner of Police,
Right.
Keith Rowley appointed. Our law pretends that the Parliament debates and all of that. But it's a simple majority, and the Prime Minister always had the say. So all the stunt that you stunt, bring it to the Parliament. If Keith Rowley appoints him, Keith Rowley would have done that himself. My point to you and to Trinidad and Tobago this morning is not whether or not Gary Griffith is capable. You know, Robert yanks my chain in this studio for being one of Gary Griffith's staunchest defenders.
Yeah.
You know that.
As well, I could ask you something. If Keith Rowley is in support of Gary Griffith, you don't have a question why.
But this is my point.
Why?
But this is my point. And I asked this to the Trinidad and Tobago public. Because while Gary was Minister of National Security, I was his communications advisor. And I was closer and privy to many things. And I want to say this to Trinidad and Tobago. There is no question in my mind that Gary Griffith would make a capable Commissioner of Police. My problem is the man who is about to appoint him accused him of conspiracy to commit treason, conspiracy to commit murder. He accused Gary of misbehaving in public office, which they charged Anand Ramlogan for. The Anand Ramlogan David West matter collapses without Gary Griffith's statement. There is no other evidence. Without Gary Griffith corroborating David West. Now I can't wait for the country to see the evidence on which Ramlogan was arrested. And I want to ask again, that matter that is a hearsay between two men corroborated by Gary Griffith is now 4 years running as an investigation. How does a matter that is supposedly is as simple a one as you're saying that Anand Ramlogan requested of David West that he change his witness statement, and that Gary Griffith has said that Anand Ramlogan asked him to ask West if he did it? How does a simple matter like that take 4 years? We are in 2018. That happened in 2014, and that matter is still ongoing.
We have a problem with the DPP office apart.
I'm not putting this on anybody. I am putting this on the entire country of Trinidad and Tobago. And until the people of Trinidad and Tobago wake up and demand better, this nonsense that passes for government at every level of the public service will continue. Keith Rowley cannot appoint a man that Keith Rowley accused of murder, treason, and misbehavior in public office. Keith Rowley used Gary's words, or alleged that the words that he was reading in the parliament were Gary Griffith's words. And Keith Rowley said that Gary Griffith said to Anand Ramlogan in Emailgate, Keith Rowley said that Gary Griffith said that he had already...
Is you the watching there?
Stand by. Let's see. Coming out.